Here we go, guys. It's that time again. Both of my barrel and blade subs just showed up. Big box actually this month for the regular subscription. So let's open these things up and see what we got. What's up, guys? Eric here with ATHOME in the Future, and I'm back with another barrel and blade super unboxing. We got two separate subscriptions here. We've got their standard kind of monthly subscription, and we have their knife of the month. We're going to start with the standard one. And if you're unfamiliar with this one, a pretty cool sub here. Lots of prepping, tactical survival gear every month. Two different flavors as always. There's a level 1 version, which is about 50 bucks a month. Comes with a certain level of gear. And then level 2 sometimes is upgraded gear or just more stuff, and that one's $100 a month. And that's what we open on this channel. So if you want to get the subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description. But yeah, pretty excited about this one. Never any spoilers for this box. And they've kind of had smaller boxes, not that the size of the box really matters or anything, but I've had some smaller ones the last few months. So I'm kind of curious what would make this a bigger size package. So about to find out. Here we go. Let's open her up. Let's see, do we have a themed mission? Okay, we do. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we do. Operation 80, here we go, tacked out. Says we need to have some essentials on hand for the tactical response bag. All right, cool, so more of a tactical angle this month for sure. Here's your level 1 and level 2 overview. So I'm gonna pull all this stuff out and then we'll take a look at it all together. Here we go. So there we go, definitely more of a tactical theme this month. So if you got level 1, you would get some of the bags, it looks like, or one bag and some earplugs and a cleaning kit. But level 2, you get all this stuff over here. And we'll just kind of work our way down the list here. So right off the top, barrel and blade, it's in the name. They typically send some sort of blade. And this month it is the SOG Fast Hawk, which you can see right here. Thankfully in the blister packaging, so I'm not going to try to open this up right now. Sometimes these things are a bear to get out. But I feel like we may have had, if you've been a subscriber for a while, I feel like we've had a SOG kind of hatchet type thing like this before, and even a tactical version. But these are pretty sweet. SOG has a pretty good reputation with these. It says it's made for chopping, breaking, cutting, hammering, piercing, digging, prying, pounding, shaving, all sorts of that stuff, making notches and everything. So is it fun for playing in the backyard? Yeah. Is it made for actually doing more than that? For sure. Lifetime warranty, glass reinforced nylon handle, so it's not going to break. And just as sturdy as they come. You've got the tip over here that you can just use to get into stuff. This type of shape is super handy for like demo type stuff where you're trying to break into something, get into a shed that you're locked out of, do that sort of thing. Really handy for that. And actually surprisingly light. Just over a pound, really cool sheath included. So right off the bat, a pretty strong blade style gadget in this month's box, which is always cool to see. Next up, we have two different bags here from Condor. We have a drop leg panel and a tactical response bag. So this is our response bag, which is cool. You can already see the tactical stuff on the outside. So this is our drop leg panel here, which is cool. We haven't received anything like this, at least in the few years that I've been a subscriber here. So it latches onto your leg, kind of wraps around nicely, and gives you the ability to access, like I said, a lot of things that would normally be up on a chest rig or something like that, but down on your leg. So you can put your favorite holster down there, first aid kit, comms, all that different stuff and everything. So good to have that sort of thing. Like I said, this is definitely more of a tactical and preparedness survival minded subscription. There's other subs out there that are more everyday type stuff. But if you're into this sort of stuff, you're definitely going to dig this month's box. So that is our drop leg panel. And next up we have a tactical response bag, which for a lot of us may be the most immediately useful if you're not an operator or stuff. Even though you're interested in this gear, I feel like this is useful to just about everybody. So we got a nice sturdy bag here. Looks like we have, yeah, lots of compartments and everything inside with good padding and stuff. We've got a strap in here that you can pull out to and attach to things. But we got a place over here. Looks like we have some hook and loop if you want to put some morale patches or just some sort of organizational badging here on the outside. We also have some small pouches down here. Lash points all over the place. We got pockets on the side here. And then these pockets over here are perfectly shaped for mags, for all sorts of little things you may need as you're doing your work. So definitely a sturdy bag. I will say Condor stuff, I'm always kind of hit or miss with their gear. This to me, like the leg unit feels like typical Condor quality to me, which isn't necessarily bad. It's just kind of like that mil spec level quality where it's kind of on the middle to me. I'm sure this is fine. This feels a lot sturdier. So this bag right here is actually a pretty tough film bag, so really dig that. So there you go, you got two bags right there, both of those together worth about 70 bucks. And the hatchet worth about 60, so already well over what you pay for this box. We're gonna keep going here. We have from Walker some silicone earplugs. Right what they say in the box here. Mine came with the lid a little opened up for some reason. Let's look at these. These are a little bit nicer than like your typical squishy foam earplugs. They almost feel like it says they're silicone putty. So these are serious business. You really have to block out some noise. You're going to want to use these things. Silicone putty earplugs. That's actually new to me. I don't know how I've missed those all these years, but that is definitely a different take on that. And it also says they lower noise by 20 decibels. This says 22 decibels, so I guess if you want to be specific, that's interesting. And last but not least, from Rothko, a field cleaning kit, which is this right here. Looks like something you can probably also attach to one of these bags if you need it. I wonder if this is like a tool roll style. No, it's like a pouch. All right, so we've got bottles for oil. We've got all sorts of, let's see, these bore cleaning like rods and your brushes and everything. We have, yeah, we got more brushes. Actually, just a spot for one little brush over here. Or if you have very large teeth, this would probably also be useful, but useful for keeping your gear and firearms and all that stuff nice and clean. Doesn't appear to be all that extensive for what it is. I feel like the typical like carried in a case style kits tend to have more, but I do like just I guess since it's a field kit, it is a little bit lighter and easier to carry around. So there you go. So that is this month's standard subscription box from Barrel and Blade. We've got some cool tactical bags over here. We've got the SOG Fast Hawk, which is an awesome addition. I'm going to open that up and play with that later on. We've got a field cleaning kit and some silicone earplugs. So definitely more tactical minded this month. Very cool. If you want to get that subscription, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description. And next up, let's move over to Barrel and Blade's other subscription, which is their Knife of the Month Club. Here we go. In this little envelope, we have February's Knife of the Month Club from Barrel and Blade. And if you're unfamiliar with this one, it's a separate subscription. A lot of times in the regular box, they'll send you a knife, or like you saw the tomahawk that we just got. This subscription is all about knives. So knives of all different shapes and sizes. We've had some as big as like a small sword. We've had pocket knives, which tend to be the trend lately, the smaller pocket knives, which is personally my favorite. Pretty interesting subscription though. It's 99 bucks a month. You always get a knife that's worth way more than that. And they've been kind of on a roll lately. So if you want to get the subscription, follow the link on the screen. Check this thing out. If you're into knives at all and just need a way to subsidize your habit, this is probably it. So here we go. This is the February package here. Sometimes it's like a box, sometimes it's an envelope, just depending on what they're sending out. So we will see. From the box, we got SOG. Yep, we got a SOG knife. Okay, the Ultra XR. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. Let's see if we got a card here. Yep. All right, so right off the bat, MSRP of 154 bucks. Nice to see. Again, you just got a knife that's worth 50% more than what you paid for it. It's a next generation gentleman's knife, bold for EDC, built for everyday carry. Cryo CTS XXP steel, 1.2 ounces. I don't know, let's open it up and then we'll kind of look at specs as we go. So we'll cut down here. SOG is kind of heavy on this big block packaging. I feel like all their knives I've received from them the last few years has been this way. Pretty curious about that. That is a small knife weight. Wow. Very interesting. Look at this thing. Okay, this thing is wild. It is insanely light. Wow. And it's got like a crossbar lock on it. I wonder how the action is. Is it smooth? The pivot's a little stiff. But I mean, look how just razor thin these scales are. So I've got a CGRB Pyrite right here. Already known for being a slim knife, about the size of like maybe a bug out. Really nice thin lines. And I already consider this to be minimal and slim and everything. But look at the size difference just right off the bat. Can you see that? And with a deep carry clip and everything. But look at this insane carbon fiber scales. They're stiff. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of give in it. You got a little thumb hole loop here. This may be the lightest knife I have in my collection here. And it's small, but it doesn't feel like itty bitty either. It feels like an actual knife that can do stuff. A lot of times you get these little tiny skeletonized knives that feel more like they're a one-time use thing, but this thing is kind of heavy duty. I think the pivot does need some work. I wish I could slide it open and closed. Let's see. So it is a lock bar mechanism. Interesting. So you can kind of see the spring back here that controls the lock bar. I've never seen this model. Have you guys seen this before? Now, I love the carbon fiber scales. It reminds me a little bit of the Weeb Banter, and I have a version of the Weeb Banter with like some marbled carbon fiber, and I don't know if that would be considered marbled as well. I think it will be. Forged carbon fiber. It's interesting though. It feels actually really nice. Sometimes carbon fiber can have like a weird, super slick feel to this, but this thing is very interesting. Wow. Man, well, if you're going anywhere where you want to put a knife in your pocket that's unbelievably light, or man, as far as like a summer carry knife too. If you're wearing shorts and just want something that you don't want to feel weighing you down at all, I mean, you could almost, depending on how big your wallet is, if you took that clip off especially, you could almost slip that into like a credit card spot or like a larger carry area on a wallet and forget about it. Very cool. I don't think I even mentioned it. It's actually got jimping on the back of the blade here. What's the blade length? Maybe 2.5 inches would be my guess. 2.8 inches. So almost, again, so I'm going to open up this pyrite just for comparison's sake here. But for what it is, not that much smaller as far as being a whole lot lighter. And this is not this is not a heavy knife at all. Kind of taken aback by this thing. Very interesting. Okay, so that is the SOG Ultra XR XHP, a very interesting knife for barrel and blades, knife of the month for February. Yeah, very, very cool thing. So also it looks like it has another clip. I just noticed that. So if you want 2 different types of clips there, you got it. Pretty cool. So anyway, that's this month's knife of the month. If you want the subscription for yourself, follow the link on the screen or down in the description if you want to get cool stuff like this. This is going to be a cool carry. Very neat. All right, guys, that's it for this month's super unboxing. As always, if you dug this video, hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this or get cool knives like this too. We'll see you next time.